Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in Long Eyes Ledge to continue our quest to do all of the skill-related side quests. Today we're back on the alt account, as I already have this quest on my main, but I finished this side of the campaign on the Ritualist yesterday. That's why there wasn't any videos, because I was running through all this and doing some other stuff.
I'm afraid
But
I'm busy.
You're not here for that. We're here for you to keep doing this story. So the smell of Titan in the morning. This is the next one we're going to do. You there. Our scouts have sent word of a towering beast to the south, one that leaves naught but all-consuming flames in its wake. This can only be a Titan, which leads us to wonder how long before it turns north. We cannot fight such a foe when our hands are already so full of char. I would have you travel to Saknoth Valley and slay this Titan. Go before we're all extra crispy. This is one eternal flame that's about to get put out. I think I'll leave the fire walking to the professionals. So we have to go to Saknoth Valley. It's actually a little bit quicker to go from Doomlore, so we're going to go from Doomlore. But yeah, I've kind of decided that we're going to do all the different skills. We're probably going to do most of them on this Ritualist, to be honest with you, just so I have them all on this Ritualist. We're going to be hopping back and forth, though, between this and my main account, so I can get my main all the skills that it doesn't have, because I haven't necessarily got all the skills on my main. I will not be doing the ones that, if there's any that have a requirement to do a dungeon, since those will be done during the dungeon section of the Let's Play in the post-game. Instead of, during this section here. There's quite a few of these Ebon Vanguard ones in this Ebon Vanguard zone. A lot of them you actually just find out in the open world, so that'll be something to do. But another cool thing this allows us to do is this actually allows us to explore some more of the map than we originally would have. I think most of the areas we're going through so far, though, have been areas we've already traversed. Like this was during the main quest, but definitely for some of these other quests, we're going to be going through areas that we haven't gone through. The skill you get as a reward for this one is called Ebon Vanguard Battle Standard of Honor, or just colloquially we call it Honor. These were cool kind of abilities. They're like ward skills. I don't know. We haven't talked. This tree is pretty cool. There's some scale down there. I love this place. I love how much of the pre-searing vibe I get from this place. It must have been so cool after all those years to finally come back to like this kind of location. This is very pre-searing, and nothing in any of the campaigns up until this point has really gone matched like the pre-searing vibe. So this must have been really cool for players to come back to. But yeah, they're like the Elementalist ward skills, and they give your team a bonus effect, but they're, for everybody, since they're generic abilities instead of locked to a certain class. Honor specifically was one of the more powerful ones, the one we're getting today. We'll probably talk a little bit more about it whenever we actually get the skill. Get this blessing real quick, just in case we kill anything else. How am I already Slayer? Oh, I guess because I did this story. Alright, let's keep on going. Alright, here we go. Saknoth Valley. We've briefly been in this area for 2 pre-quests. I mean, we'll be actually going to one of the coolest parts of the Char homeland, at least in my opinion, in this episode. There's actually a dungeon back in here, so whenever we get to the dungeon episode, that'll be one that we will be doing. No random single Char there. We're also in this area back towards, as we get down to this back, which is even closer to Ascalon, we're going to see a lot more as well of the familiar faces from back in our pre-searing days. Earth Elementals, Grawl, the old classics. Attack that. And come through and kill some more of these boys.
Are you still here?
Some flowstone elementals. These are pretty cool. They're like fire versions of the ice elementals. I think
I'm afraid I'm busy.
16's kills come back when you have a few more. Oh, that's a mechanic I didn't talk about. So when you get the bounties here, you then get rep for killing various monsters. And I think it's 25, you can come back to the dude here and get a buff. So let's see if I can remember to do that. This is the area I was talking about. This is one of the coolest areas in the whole Char area for me. It's this burning forest. It just has this really cool ambiance. And like the embers falling from the sky. And there's some really cool mobs in here, like these burning spirits and these flowstone elementals. But this is definitely like the most memorable area of the Char homeland, at least for me. I'm just gonna clear out some of these side guys because I have a history of doing this quest and getting absolutely murked by the random mobs that are just around in the forest. 25 enemies slain, you get 15 Vanguard rep. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Every so often you get a bonus, and I think now if we go back to him, he'll give us a bonus. So let's actually go and do that, just because we're nearby and it's very convenient for us to do it right now. At least I'm pretty sure it's every 25. Might be more than that.
Are you still here?
Oh yeah. I know there are more than 27 creatures out there. Have you looked everywhere? You gain 20 Vanguard rep. Yeah, so he'll give you some extra rep based on the amount that you've killed. And I think the longer you wait to talk to him, the more reputation you get, is how it works. But anyway, about this burning forest. This is just really cool. I really love this locale. Is it the last of the gods that the Char worship? We must destroy it. They deserve no deities. Yeah, we can destroy it, but just give me a second to This is what I meant, though. Yeah. Very, very scary, these burning spirits. And there we go. That is the death of the Titan. That's all we need to do. So we can go back to Captain Langmar.
Report in.
You say the Titan is dispatched, but the fires still burn. Perhaps in time we can find a way to quench the flames, but I'm too preoccupied with Char now to worry about that. We'll simply have to sacrifice the forest. Our victory over the Titan has asserted our victory. For now, we are grateful. Alright, and we get honor, so let's have a look at this skill. This is one of those skills that as a kid I thought was super cool. I still kind of think they're pretty cool design, but I really like, so it basically makes this little field here, and in it you do extra damage and then more extra damage against Char. Funnily enough, it specifically doesn't work on spirits, so we're probably not going to be running it in this build, but it's just a very powerful effect. It is a little deceptive. There are some types of damage that this doesn't affect, like this doesn't increase Mesmer damage, for example, or anybody who does armor ignoring damage, so like a lot of Necro skills as well don't get buffed by this. But a lot of basically any other kind of like elemental or physical damage, this buffs it by quite a bit. And yeah, they're pretty cool design. I like it. It's very much kind of like it gives me vibes of like the Guild Wars 2 Elite specs, how they give you utility skills that are like generally meant for other classes, or utility skill styles that are meant for other classes, like for example giving traps to Guardians with Dragon Hunter, and it kind of like feels like that, where it's like wards were previously kind of really only an elementalist thing, but this is a ward spell that's for everybody. You know, spirits were previously, or at least these kind of spirits were really only like a ranger thing, and now that's for everybody. It's just kind of cool, kind of see them exploring with what abilities you can get. But anyway, that's gonna be all for today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.